What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new news video where we will talk about Manchester United appointing the new interim manager Ralf Ragnick, and also he will probably stay on at Manchester United as a consultant, some sort of director of football, in an advisory role. And I think Ralf Ragnick himself suggested that to the Manchester United board, because it's very common in Germany but not very common in England that a manager signs a contract where even if he leaves the post as manager, he stays on as a consultant for 1 or 2 years, and it's a very common thing in Germany. But as I said, I think that's a very interesting appointment for Manchester United, and an appointment that I think, since Sir Alex Ferguson left, Manchester United didn't get a lot of decisions right. But they hit the nail on the head with this one. Sadly, even though I'm a Liverpool fan, you guys know that, so I want Manchester United to fail at every possible opportunity, but I have to give them credit where it's due. When it's due, they made the right decision here, and I think Ralf Ragnick is a manager with vast footballing knowledge. I mean, he's 63 years old and he's very experienced, and he is called as the godfather of modern coaching in Germany, and he guided 2 clubs, Hoffenheim and RB Leipzig, who are now regulars in the Bundesliga. Leipzig are regulars in the Champions League knockout stages, and they were absolutely nowhere in German football. They were in like the 3rd or 4th or 5th division in Germany, basically not professional leagues in Germany. And Ralf Ragnick, with his experience as a director of football and also when it was needed as a manager, he guided these 2 clubs into the Bundesliga, and in the case of RB Leipzig, he built Leipzig up to be a title challenger, title contender in Germany. And of course, many German fans hate those clubs because they consider themselves a little bit artificially financed clubs, just like Manchester City and Chelsea are in the Premier League. But I think that Ragnick's football knowledge cannot be understated, and also I think it's a very shrewd appointment by Manchester United, because in the past 8 years the main problem for Manchester United has been that not many people with great football knowledge were making crucial decisions. They have great businessmen at Manchester United, but not great football people at Manchester United. And they failed so many times with actually world-class managers. Van Gaal and Jose Mourinho are very good managers. They failed at Manchester United mostly because not winning the title is a failure, I think, at Manchester United. Even if they won the Europa League and an FA Cup here and there, I think ultimately the last 8 years have been a massive failure for Manchester United. And they spent actually as much money as Manchester City, but they spent it on the wrong kind of players, and they also don't have an identity on the football pitch, playing style wise. And Ralf Ragnick is the king of the pressing tactic in Germany. So I wonder, will this Manchester United team now press from the front? Can he make Cristiano Ronaldo press from the front? I just cannot see it. Cristiano Ronaldo has never been a pressing machine kind of player, and he's not going to start pressing the defenders at like 36 or 37 years old. But maybe Man United don't have to press the defenders, they just have to press from the midfielders onwards. And because Man United too many times didn't have any structure, any system for the pressing. 1 or 2 players started pressing, and then it was very easy for the opposition to pass the ball around, get out of that, and attack Manchester United's defense. But if Ralf Ragnick can teach this Manchester United team to press as a system and to press in numbers, that could work wonders for Manchester United, because that's their main problem. Defensively, they are all over the place, and also organizationally, tactically, they have been found wanting. I don't expect Manchester United to challenge for the Premier League title. I think that's already gone. I expect Manchester United to fight for a top 4 place and maybe get a cup run in the Champions League. And Ralf Ragnick, when he took over Hoffenheim were languishing in the lower leagues, and then he got them back to back promoted to the Bundesliga, and basically it was like a blank sheet of paper at Hoffenheim. He described himself that football club like that. They took the Bundesliga by storm. And even after Jurgen Klopp, who was at the time a Dortmund manager, he got beat by Hoffenheim 4-1 when Ragnick was the manager in September 2008. Jurgen Klopp said, "That's the kind of football we want to play one day," when he was interviewed after the game. So he saw Hoffenheim's high pressing tactic and he took inspiration, I think, from Ralf Ragnick, which of course is a big compliment now to Ralf Ragnick, considering how successful Jurgen Klopp has been with Dortmund and with Liverpool as well. And I think Ralf Ragnick needs to sort a lot of things out in Manchester United, but he has the experience, he has the know-how, he has the knowledge, he has the network of people that he knows in football to sort it out, and also he can recommend players to sign for Manchester United who are value for money, because too many times Manchester United have vastly overpaid for players who were not even good enough for Manchester United, but certainly not good enough for what the price that Manchester United paid for these players. I mean, Paul Pogba for 100 million. Do you seriously think that Pogba is worth that? Maybe Ralf Ragnick can organize or develop a system where Paul Pogba can flourish. He plays like a brilliant world-class player for France, but for some reason he can't do that in Manchester United, and I think his main problem is consistency. He needs to find consistent, regular, top-class performances, because that's what you expect from a £100 million player. And I think Ralf Ragnick has a huge job on his hands, and he couldn't turn down one of the biggest clubs in the world, Manchester United, and certainly one of the biggest clubs in England. And I think that this will make the Premier League even more competitive and even stronger. Jurgen Klopp himself said that it's not good news for Premier League managers that another great manager joins the Premier League, but it shows that the Premier League is the most exciting and most interesting league in the world, and also it's the most desirable league in the world when it comes to managers. Now the best players and the best managers play in the Premier League, apart from of course Messi and Mbappe and the Paris Saint-Germain, and of course Bayern Munich have amazing players and other clubs as well, but a lot of great players now play in the Premier League, and I think with like 3 or 4 of the best 5 managers now in the Premier League, it's the strongest Premier League it has ever been. And certainly Jurgen Klopp said in his pre-match press conference before the Southampton game tomorrow that now is the Premier League is the strongest that it has ever been since he became Liverpool manager, and that says a lot. And also English teams dominating Europe. I mean, in the last 3 years, twice English teams won the Champions League. 3 years ago Liverpool, and last season Chelsea. So the Premier League is now starting to dominate in Europe as well. So it's going to be very interesting what Ralf Ragnick does with Manchester United, but I think it's a great appointment for them. I don't wish them all the success because I'm a Liverpool fan, but it will be interesting, and it will be even more exciting as a Premier League fan to watch Manchester United now, because they frankly need to challenge for trophies. Otherwise their fans will rightly want a different direction and want a new manager. But I think this is now a different direction, and Ralf Ragnick is the kind of man who can take Manchester United back to the top or near the top of English football, and that's where they should be, to be honest. Even I'm saying that as a Liverpool fan. Man United should be contesting with Liverpool and all the other top clubs for the Premier League title. And how exciting would it be if there was a title race where Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool and Man United all fought for the title, and maybe even Arsenal and Tottenham can join in if Conte and Arteta can sort those clubs out. So it will be a fascinating Premier League season as always, and I'm really excited to watch how it unfolds. Thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day, see you later, goodbye.